day. Now, after such a big market moving day today, I think today deserves a end of day video just to recap where the market is trading. Notice how much, oh, take a look at the VIX here, down almost 16% for the day. But more importantly, this big 2% gain in the market. That was an absolutely strong day. So let's take a look at the charts here so we can at least have some visual understanding of what took place today. This week was supposed to be a down week for the Dow, especially given that early on in the week we had this move below 50 here on the RSI. Now the Dow is back above 50 on the weekly RSI, positive for the week, about 53 points, which is impressive. Also notice how the price has found support here over the last couple of weeks, bouncing off this area. As you can see, a nice support, that area there, and now here. So signs of support. Also happens to be an area where the Dow touched the 33-week moving average like it did here, and also touching 33-week moving average and bouncing to the upside. So there's signs that this market could want to move higher. But I think in concluding my analysis for today's action, I think it left me a little bit confused, if you don't mind me saying that. I need more evidence, more data, maybe 1 or 2 more days to see what the market was trying to do with this big move today. If you take a look at the Dow Daily, you really can't be mad at a market that is finding support at the 200-day moving average right there. Kissed the 200-day moving average and bounced higher. The last time we've had a bounce off the 200-day moving average was here, late summer of 2012. And also this general area was support at the 200-day, support at the 200-day, and a nice bounce which began the rally this year. And we see you've come exactly at the 200-day and just spiked off that from yesterday's lows. Also on the daily, you see that there seems to be some level of support, this generic area here. So today's move pretty much, one can say, was a technical bounce. How much upside we have, I'll be honest with you, I'm really not sure. I'm not sure. I need more data for that. Also, if you take a look at the Nasdaq Daily, the Nasdaq Daily bounced off the 50-day moving average very nicely, and also supported, or has now found support off this breakout level there. So what was a breakout level here, nice entry point there, has now been defended by the market. Given that scenario there, that's a market that could want to bounce. And earlier I also spoke about the fact that the RSI has been bouncing off this level here. This blue area here is where the market has been bouncing, and you see we hit that level precisely at that point, and this could be a low in the market. It is not out of the way that the market eventually makes new highs here given this bounce. Let's take a look at the Transports Daily. Transports Daily also bounced off the 50-day moving average here. Also bounced off support trend line there, which was from the lows here. Take this lows there, draw a straight line. You see we bounced off that level there. So that's, that's a market that could rally. Also, Dow Transports have been finding support on the daily all year long. In fact, going back to 2012 at this precise level here. This is where they've been bouncing recently. Recent bounces have come from here, which is this low there. This general area was support, which happens to be these lows here. And now you see we bounce precisely at that point and seem to be moving high. So, there's a lot of argument here that can be made this market wants to move to the upside. If we take a look at the VIX daily, you see further evidence here that this market could be ready to move again. And I spoke about this early on in the week, that anyone who has used these sell points on the VIX, every time the VIX has stalled at this RSI level, let me draw that again, any stall on the VIX over the last year or so at this level has been a buy signal for the market. You can see the last time the market made sell-off here, once this made the high here and this was rejected at that level. It was time to go back in the market. Time to go back in the market here, which are these highs, and this could also be sign that the market is safe to be played to the upside. So, and that's how it looks like on the daily. So the dailies look like they're showing the market could be potentially moving high. Now let's take a look at the hourlies going into the next couple of days, and you start seeing some signs of short-term resistance on the RSI. This is the DRN hourly chart. Why I have this here is because seems to be this is an area where I was expecting support or resistance on an hour-to-hour basis. The market has yet to break out of that level. So if this market was to, let's say, over the next day or so, stall here, this could be a short-term high, and maybe this market is trying to trap us by forcing us to go long. So I've been expecting resistance on the hourlies, and they haven't been broken to the upside significantly. So it's really confusing. Let's take a look at another here, and it is for the S&P 500, which shows that it has moved out of this range here, out of this breaking out there, or outside above this wedge type formation. So this could be the sign of a market recovery there with that move outside of that channel. On the RSI, earlier I spoke about expecting resistance around this level here. The market is trying to move out of that range. Now, it is not unusual for this to be a trap. That last hour move in the market could be a trap if this market tomorrow gaps down and has an inverted type formation here. If this turns out to be an inverted type reversal here, this is an ideal sell point. As of now, the market closing at close to the highs for the day. Any further movement here in the RSI could confirm that this is actual not resistance but a breakout. So we'll see which direction the market picks, a continual move on the RSI or a store point there. A store point is going to suggest an ideal sell point. If you take a look at the Airline Index, now unlike the general market, the Airline Index is still showing RSI resistance at this RSI top lines on the hourly. So that could still hold this market lower. Also happens to be an area where we have a back test of this lower support which was broken recently. So this is a confluence of those two resistance points. A breakout is going to be confirmation that this market is back into its winning ways. At the same time, if this happens to be a stall point, in other words, if tomorrow morning over the next couple of hours, if we walk into a market that is confirming resistance there, then maybe this last hour surge in the market was a trap. If we take a look at the QQQ hourly chart, you see that it is testing. You check this support trend line here, the blue line. We broke down here, and so we are testing this level here. We seem to be, as of right now, stalling. So this could be a sell point. The market does need to break out above that level if it is to continue moving higher. Market does need to break out above that level. Otherwise, it's not unusual that you find that the previous break point, which is this level here, becomes an area where the market, runs out of steam and eventually rolls over. Also notice that on the RSI, we seem to be trying to break out there. That is a good indication that we could move higher, or it could also be a trap. And how do you know it's a trap? If over the next couple of hours, the market reverses and you have that type of a formation, an inverted V-type formation, that becomes a confirmed trap, and the next thing you see, market rolling over. So I'm going to leave you here. Market's very confusing. Nice day for bulls. We'll see which direction the market is going to be trading over the next couple of days, and going into at least by midweek, this move is either going to be confirmed or we're going to look back and realize it was a trap. Eric Mwathe, good luck, confusing market. Let's see how things go tomorrow and Monday. Woo!